Yeah, it's visible.
Is it audible now?
Yeah, it's on.
Okay. So first you have to listen to this, read and listen to this. And when it will come second time, you have to read and say. Okay. Yeah. Okay. I hope you were able to hear our viewers. You are, saying behind me. Okay. I was not able to hear maybe, but you were on mute. Why I have told this? Because it's a very important mantra. In this way, we are honoring our all the teachers whom we are connected with or whom we feel that they are our teachers. Now, I will tell you the meaning of this mantra. Guru Brahma. Brahma is none other than the creator. You know, Brahma in our life, in Indian mythology, in Indian history, you will find Brahma. He is the creator. He creates knowledge, awareness, and the new beginnings. So that is Guru Brahma. Now, Guru Vishnu. Vishnu is what? He is the preserver. He guides us, he nurtures us, and he maintains our spiritual journey and leading us to the success. Then the third one is Maheshwara. Maheshwara is none other than Mahadev, which is Shankar. He is the destroyer. He helps in destroying the ignorance, the negativity, the ego, the illusions or the confusions which is there in our life and bring our life to the discipline. Now, Par Brahma means he is the supreme Brahma. Like Par Brahma, he is everything. And Guru is, in this way, I am, paying my honor to all the gurus of my life. So, this is what it said about this mantra. Okay. Now, just a minute. I'm just creating the view. Okay. So now today is our meeting, which is dedicated to all the teachers. Just try to learn from each other. And then I will come to my next conclusion of this meeting and conclusion of this theme in my next spell when I will get the chance. Now we will start the meeting and we are having certain role players in our meeting. The first role player is the general evaluator, which is played by Anjali. I want Anjali to, say something about teachers and the role which they have played in your life, and then explain your role.
Pratik, general evaluator is Sangeeta, right? She will take up that introducing.
Yeah, sorry, Sangeeta. Yes, Sangeeta.
No problem. Thank you, Toastmaster Pratik. You have set the stage wonderfully, because without teachers, we won't be here. We all can agree on this. Good morning, everyone. Happy Sunday once again. And the next 1.5 hours will be very inspiring for each other, because we are growing. We are going to grow together in this meeting. I'm very much sure about this meeting. Okay, so the stage is set, the theme is well set, because we chanted the mantra. All of us, we have done a great job. Let's applaud each one of us. And I'm the general evaluator for you for this meeting. And my role is very much well defined. I'm the observer. So I'm the head teacher, okay, for today's meeting. And I will be always looking at the structure, the flow, and the effectiveness of entire meeting. But I won't be doing this alone, because I have 3 teachers in my team who are going to do a fantastic job. I can assure you that. But they are going to help me to evaluate this entire meeting in for different segments, but by playing the defined role. All right. My first teacher is the class monitor, who is going to monitor the time, and he's none another than Toastmaster Amar. Over to you. Will you please define your role?
Sure, definitely. Thank you very much, General Evaluator Sangeeta. So good morning, fellow Toastmasters and dear guests who have joined today. As a timer, I'll time the table topic speakers, formal speeches, and evolutions. So I'll also alert each speaker of their time. They left using the green, yellow, and red cards when they're speaking. So I'll adjust my background according to the time. So for table topics, its time limit is 2 minutes. At 1 minute, I'll show green card in my background. At 1.5 minutes, I'll show yellow card. At 2 minutes, I'll show the red card. So for table topics, we have 30 seconds of grace period. And coming to the prepared speeches, so the time limit is 5 to 7 minutes. At 5 minutes, I'll show you green card. At 6 minutes, I'll show yellow card. At 7 minutes, I show red card. So for prepared speeches also, we have the 30 seconds of grace period. And similarly for evaluation, it's limit to 2 to 3 minutes. At 2 minutes, I'll show green card. At 2.5 minutes, I'll show yellow card. At 3 minutes, I'll show red card. So it also have 30 seconds of grace period. Throughout the meeting, I'll time the all the speeches. Thanks you very much. Back to general level editor.
Thank you very much, Toastmaster Amar, and our teacher for tracking the time. So why time is important, we all have learned throughout our life. By our teachers were always informing, be on time in the class, right? The same thing, Toastmaster, we will be, our timer will be always helping us to stick to the time of our speech, of our evaluation, whatever role we have picked today. And now, very important, a teacher is going to come up. Our counter, who is going to make us realize our use of filler words. So let me introduce you to Toastmaster Ravi Kumar K, who is the R counter, the filler word monitor for our today's meeting. Over to you, Toastmaster Ravi Kumar.
I think there is a slight change in the R counter role. So it's played by
Aniket?
Yes. And then
Okay.
grammarian is Ravi Kumar K.
Okay, Anjali couldn't join.
Yes, Anjali couldn't.
All right. So may I call upon Toastmaster Aniket, who is the R counter for today's meeting, and he's going to help me with the R counter role. Over to you, Toastmaster Aniket.
Yeah. Thank you, Toastmaster Sangeeta. So, good morning to everyone. I am the counter for today's meeting. My role will be to keep a note of all the filler words like so, and long pauses, as these words create a disruption in the speech and can distract the audience. So, I will keep a note of all these words and present my report at the end of the meeting and advise all the speakers to keep a note of all these words that they are using and try to minimize the usage of these words. Over to you, Toastmaster Sangeet.
Thank you, Toastmaster Aniket. That was wonderful for all of us to know about your role and how we can be very much aware before we are presenting our speeches. Our next teacher is our English teacher, whom we always love because correcting our grammar is very important as we speak. So may I now introduce Toastmaster Ravi Kumar K, who is the grammarian for today's meeting, our English teacher. Over to you, Toastmaster Ravi Kumar.
Yeah, thank you, Sangeeta, for introducing me. Good morning, fellow Toastmasters. And yeah, I will be today a grammarian for this meeting. How can we not remembering when the Teachers' Day being celebrated? Like the way that we learn the things. The word of the day, it is pedagogy. Pedagogy is basically used for the methodology of training the people, or methodology of teaching the people, teaching the students. In a corporate world, you would have seen the training methods like 70-20-10 principles, very famously known as 70% on the classroom, 20% on the projects, 10% on the job training. So that kind of aspects. So the pedagogy defines the methodology of training the people. So I will share this on the chatbot. An example I can say on the pedagogy, the relationship between applied linguistic and language pedagogy you can use. I have trained in the on-the-job training as a pedagogy of learning the things as a better usage of technology. So these are the two examples. So you can use pedagogy as the word of the day. And the idiom of today is hit the book. So you should not hit the book by hammer, but the hit the book is refers to being studied seriously or intensely or with a lot of concentration, especially preparation of for the exam or any other task or things that are being you are handling at a point of time. So how do you hit the book so that you are preparing yourself? So these are the two pillars when you become, a student, when you become a teacher, when you become a professional, corporate professional, so on and so forth. So let's use the pedagogy and hit the book. These are the two. So I will be scanning everyone. So how many people are going to use this? And then there will be a reward from me, especially off the line. Okay, thank you.
Thank you, Toastmaster Ravi Kumar. That was a wonderful introduction about you and your role. I know everyone is all set with these three teachers who are going to be monitoring our speeches and evaluations. Now, let me introduce our active listener for today's meeting, who is Toastmaster Aniket. Over to you.
Toastmaster Abhiram, sorry for
Sorry. Toastmaster Abhiram.
Toastmaster Abhiram is the active.
All right. So, may I now invite Toastmaster Abhiram to let us know about his role as an active listener. Over to you. You're not audible, Toastmaster Abhiram.
Am I audible now?
Can you just increase it? Like your voice is feeble.
Yeah, am I audible?
Yeah, it's perfect now. Please.
Yeah. A small correction for the general evaluator. I'm not yet a Toastmaster, just a guest in this meeting. So, also jokes apart, as my role as an active listener, I would listen to the meeting and post some of the questions at the end of the meeting. As you know, in the account of Teachers' Day, most of the members are also like backbenchers, whom don't listen to the class yet and do some funny activities over there. Yes, we also have a lot of memories as the backbenchers with the teachers also. So hopefully I would rock on my role, and yet let me see that how many members are listening actively in this meeting. Thank you. Over to the general evaluator.
Thank you, Toastmaster Abhiram. And as he rightly said, he is going to check on us how focused are we throughout this entire meeting. So I request all of you to be very much alert and being aware during this meeting. Now, next one is Toastmaster Ravi, who is playing the role of table topic evaluator. And let me hand over the stage to him. Over to you, Toastmaster Ravi.
Thank you, Toastmaster Sangeeta. Hello all, I am Ravi Kumar Pikkala. Today I am going to be your speech evaluator for table topics. So table topics evaluator. And I would be evaluating your speech around the table topics. So definitely I would like to encourage everyone to come forward and be able to share your thoughts, right? And I would like to share one thing before that. Success is not final and failure is not fatal. It is the courage to continue that counts. So with that, I would wish all the best to everyone. And I'm looking forward for you to come forward and give your speech. Thank you.
Thank you, Toastmaster Ravi. That was wonderful. And this is my team, as you all know. There are 5 people who are going to help me to run this meeting, monitor it, its flow, effectiveness, and every minute detail of it. So before I hand over the stage to Toastmaster of the Day, one small reminder: whenever a speaker is going to use word of the day, please give 1 thumbs up and 2 thumbs up for the idiom of the day. Over to you, Toastmaster of the Day, Toastmaster Pratik. Thank you.
Thank you, Toastmasters Sangeeta, for the wonderful introduction of each and every role player. And I think you set the context and set the stage right. Okay. So in real world, what is happening when we were children, when we have taken the birth, our teachers were defined mom and dad, or so many, brothers and sisters. When we came to school, our teachers were defined that these are the different subject teachers. But when we, start working, what happens? We don't know, who are our teachers, and we have to select our teachers. But in Toastmasters, this pedagogy is defined. What is there, which Sangeeta has done? Sangeeta has defined who is our teacher, and you have to just, ensure that somebody is watching you. So let's try to follow that, what teacher is saying, and let's move to the next prepared speech round. Now this prepared speech round helps us in speaking on stage in front of different type of audience, when we remember the things, when we know what is the topic. So we are having two speakers today. We are going to take the second speaker first. So I will be calling the second speaker first. Before that, I will be calling the evaluator of the second speaker, who is Toastmaster Shilpa. So I want Toastmaster Shilpa to read out the speech objectives of Toastmaster Nanhe.
Hello everyone, my name is Shilpa. So today the first speaker is Nanhe Verma. He is attempting his level 4 speech from the pathway motivational strategies. The title of his speech is The Choice is Yours. What an interesting title. The objective of his speech uh, is to share some aspect of his experience motivating all the team members. I wish him all the best for his speech because he has really hit the book in preparing the pedagogy of his speech. Thank you, and over to you, Toastmaster Pratik.
Yeah. So Toastmaster Nanhe, I think you can spotlight Toastmaster Nanhe, and then I will call him. Yeah, okay, I can see him. So Toastmaster Nanhe, the choice is yours. The choice is yours, Toastmaster Nanhe.
Thank you, TMOD Pratik, and my fellow Toastmasters and dear guest. First, let me thank the Satvik Toastmaster members to have me here. This is really a privilege for me to deliver a speech other than the DN Toastmaster Club. So this is fantastic opportunity. Thank you. Let me begin my speech with asking you a simple question. Have you ever thought if you had more resources, you would be in a better situation or you would be a better individual? Please raise your hand if you think so, or give me a thumbs up.
Can you repeat that second word? I didn't hear it.
So if you ever thought that if you had more resources, you would be in a better situation today. If you agree, please raise your hand or give me the thumbs up.
Yeah.
Thank you for your responses. So you are not alone if you are thinking this way. We, all of us, some or other time in our life, had these thoughts that if we had more resources, our life would have transformed in a different way. Let me try giving you a different context and perspective today. So I will become a teacher for you all. Please allow me. And before that, just since I said, for a moment to humbly allow me a teacher. So our word of the day, pedagogy, right? It is pronounced as a pedagogy. So English is a funny language. All right. So let me, as I said, right, that we have to see the resources. That is important. But again, let me try to give a different context. I'm gonna tell you about a story of two brothers. You might have seen these two brothers in your surroundings, your neighborhood, somewhere. One brother was very, very successful. The another was not so successful. And what happens when you become successful? Naturally, lot of fame, lot of name, lot of publicity, people will follow you, right? So this is the same thing happened with the successful brother. And looking at his success, one reporter tried doing case study on him to understand how he became so successful. In order to find more context and better prepared to take his interview, he went to a place where this successful individual was born. And he was intrigued to find out that the place was very humble and poor locality. What was more curious for him to know that his brother was still staying in the same locality. He asked his brother, what happened? Why are you in such a situation? And by the way, his situation was not good. He was drunk, his environment surrounding was not right. His brother said, when we were kids, my father would often come home drunk and beat us and our mother. And that's what I have seen throughout my life, time and again. And I became what I saw. What else you expect me to become? Reporter approached the successful brother and asked the question that your background is very humble, you have a very humble bringing, how you achieved such a success in your life. The brother said the same thing, that when were we kids, our father would come home drunk and he used to beat us, and our mother, and environment was not good. However, there was something different. He said that whenever that situation used to occur to me, I always had a thought that I want a better life for myself, for my family, and my children. So whenever those kind of challenging situation came in, I always reaffirm myself that I want a better life. The success came in and he hit the book. He got a lot of knowledge, and over a period of time, with his persistent efforts, he became successful. Now, my friends, you might have seen the similar situations in your surroundings, your neighborhood, where one family is generating a successful individual like IAS, IPS, and other officers, also the ministers, prime ministers, president. But the same family is also generating not so successful individuals. And how this all is happening? Because one who's making the choices, right? The choice is yours. What you want to be, the resource, this will be the same around, but the choices you make for yourself will define what you want to become. Now let me share my own experience. I had a project for myself, as I'm coming from project management and process excellence team. I used to smoke a lot, and my goal was to reduce it. There is a shop nearby my home, as like the another general store. The shopkeeper contains lot of items. And what I used to buy more often, you guessed it, right? I used to buy smoke. And there later on, I had this goal to reduce my smoking and also start the exercising. So when I started exercising, I felt the contradiction with my smoking, and I had a purpose to reduce it. And today, the same shopkeeper, what I buy from there, I buy fruits and milk and the other uh, ingredients, but not smoke. So I understood the choice was always mine, that what I wanted to buy, because things were just there. He was not selling to me, it was whom that I am buying it. So likewise, I feel this world is similar to that, right? Universe, what we call it, different fancy names. We have seen different books and different phrases, vocabulary. We can use it, right? And there are different pedagogies also related to this. So we can have this, but the main aspiration that what I feel is the choice is always yours, what you make for yourself. Universe have infinite resources. With this, I like to conclude here. Thank you all. Over to you, Toastmaster Prateek. Thank you.
Pratik, you're on mute.
Over to you,
Okay,
Prateek.
Yeah, it
Sure.
seems
I think
Bill was
Pratik is on mute. Hi, Pratik. Am I audible? Okay, let's follow 1 minute of silence. Please send your comments to our speaker, Nane Verma, while I check with Pratik. Timer, please time for 1 minute.
sure.
Is 1 minute over, Amar?
Yeah, time is up. Time
All
is up.
right. Okay, so since Pratik is not available, let me play his role while he's back. So the second speech is going to be by our speaker, second speaker. I think he is also here. Let me call upon the evaluator to Shilpa to introduce the speech objective and the speaker.
The way we respond to difficult people says more about us rather than
Evaluator to Shilpa.
That's me.
Your voice is very feeble. Please, can you come a little closer to the mic?
Yes, I think that's because I have a little bit of cold. So
Yeah.
sorry. Difficult people says more about us rather than it says about the difficult people. So, fellow Toastmasters, my target speaker, Toastmaster Arav, will exactly be doing that. Toastmaster Arav is delivering his level 4 project 1 from the presentation mastery pathway. Toastmaster Arav will deliver a 5 to 7 minute speech. There are a few assigned members who will intentionally disrupt him. and his goal is to manage these situations respectfully while maintaining a clear message through his speech. Now, please note that I'll not be evaluating the speech or the speech content. My evaluation is solely based on Toastmaster Arav's ability to address and how he's addressing those challenges present by the audience. Timer, please note, show a green card at 5 minutes, a yellow card at 6 minutes, and a red card at 7 minutes. Since disruptions are also included, the session may run up to 10 to 15 minutes. Hence, when the discussion reaches 10 minutes, show a green card. At 13 minutes, show a yellow card. And finally, at 15 minutes, show a red card. With that, I wish Toastmaster Arav best of luck, and over to you, Toastmaster of the day.
Pratik, you're back. Would you like to take it forward?
Yeah, yeah. Some network issue was there. So, am I audible?
Yes, you're audible, Pratik.
So, is ranking is level 4, each one. So, can spotlight Arav?
Yeah, okay.
It's done. Okay. Yeah. So, Toastmaster Arav. Survival day. Survival day. Toastmaster Arav.
Am I loud and clear?
Yes, you are.
Okay, thank you so much. Now, I want to ask all of you, how many of you have lived in a hostel in your college life or maybe in your school lives? Can I have a raise of hand? Okay, okay. Good, good, good. Now, if you've ever lived in a boys' hostel, okay, especially for the boys, okay, you know birthdays are less of a celebration and more of a festival of chaos. In fact, when my birthday came around last month, I realized it wasn't my special day, it was like a national sports event. Birthdays in a boys' hostel are not birthdays. Nah, they are action movies directed by chaos, produced by madness, and starring your poor lower back. Picture this. At the clock strikes 12, and suddenly the calm hostel corridors turn into a mini India Gate rally.
Arav, we couldn't hear you. You're on mute suddenly.
Hello.
Yes, now you're audible.
So, okay, I'll start again. So, picture this. The clock strikes 12, and suddenly the calm hostel corridor turns into a mini India Gate rally. People you have never seen in class, people who don't even remember your subject, all appear shouting in your room, "Happy birthday, bhai!" Except no one is carrying gifts. Everyone is carrying belts. Yes, the same belts that is invented to hold up pants are now proudly used to bring down the human dignity. Every strike lands so perfectly with passion. I started feeling less like a human being and more like a free drum set at Ganesh Visarjan. Ow. And then comes the cake cutting. Oh, the cake. In the normal household, it's a symbol of sweetness. But in hostels, cake isn't for eating. It's for facials. My friends didn't serve it on plates. They served it on my face, my hair, my ears. And by the end of it, I didn't look like a birthday boy. I looked like a half-baked pastry. That too, Black Forest pastry, left in sun for 2 days straight, walking around with no dignity.
So Arav, actually, I had the same experience when I was having this birthday. But at that time, I was enjoying the strawberry flavor of cake. It was not Black Forest, but I really enjoyed it, Arav. So, how
Mhm.
was the taste of the Black Forest cake?
It was
Did you like
amazing.
it?
Loki, I did not like getting face shield all over, but then the taste was nice. And I hope you like the strawberry pastry as well.
Have you
Yes, yes.
experienced a butterscotch before?
The butterscotch. No, I have not tried the butterscotch. I will definitely try the butterscotch in my next birthday. Thank you for the suggestion. No, okay. Now I want to ask you guys another question. What decorative items do you guys use for the decoration on your or your kid's birthday? Maybe one or two.
Balloons,
Mostly
Okay,
balloons.
balloons,
photographs of my kids.
photographs. Okay. Anything else? Maybe one thing more.
Curtains.
Ribbons.
LED curtains.
LED curtains. Okay, great, great, great. So the decoration items. Okay, normal birthdays have balloons, candles, LEDs, streamers, and etc., etc., etc. Hostel birthdays, we have different kind of unique items. Toothpaste, shampoo, talcum powder, and sometimes if people are feeling little extra creative, we have detergent and a fire extinguisher for the rescue. Imagine me at 12:30 a.m. looking like a failed science experiment that even NASA wouldn't touch. Now after this, what comes? Oh, birthday song? Then comes this birthday song, not the sweet one. The hostel version. You know, where the one where happy birthday to you somehow turns into buddhi do, shadi karo, bacche paida karo, and few other things which are not supposed to be said on this platform. Suddenly, I am 21 years old standing here with cream on my face, belt marks on my back, smelling like coke and talcum powder, and these guys are planning my marriage and children. Wow. And just when I thought it was finally over, came the grand finale. Buckets of water appeared out of nowhere. Suddenly, my birthday had turned into a full-scale holy festival in the month of August.
But when was the
Within
Holi festival, Arav? Do you remember that?
Holi
I
was in the month of March. I don't exactly remember the date. It was somewhere around 14th or some. No, this year it was on 18th, around 18th, I guess. Last year it was on around 14th.
Yeah, you know what
Yes.
happened during Holi? Actually, I was just sleeping in my PG. I stay in a
Yeah.
PG in bed, and I was all of a sudden flooded by so much of holy powder, and I was really thinking, what is this? And all my PG mates came, and they made a hell lot of noise, and I really couldn't control them, and totally out of their control. And Holi was like I cannot forget it at all my life. So how
Yeah,
did you
it,
feel at that time when you were constantly being, put so much of cake and everything? So how did you feel?
when I was constantly being put by like on the cake and all those things, see, it was always so much chaotic, but in the flow, I was low-key enjoying it. Okay, this is gonna end soon. Okay, come on, this is gonna end soon. What else is gonna happen? Cake, tile compounder, water bucket, fire extinguisher. Okay, what more is coming? Nah, this is gonna end soon. That's what was going in my mind. I hope
Yes,
that
yes.
answers your question. So
Thank
So
you.
now,
you enjoy that? You enjoy that? Whatever
yeah,
you are telling, that you enjoy that or not?
of course, at the time of getting, all those kinds of treatment, you won't enjoy it. But yeah, you have to experience that. You have to admit that, okay, you have to do that because there is no other option. If you try to run,
No, you
they are,
can go on your birthday, you can go somewhere else and enjoy alone, because if you are not liking
yeah,
it.
if we go somewhere else and then we have to come back also, right? But these guys won't spare us on that day as well. When we come back, they're gonna do the same thing again.
Arav, here I have a suggestion. As I
Yes,
said, the choice is yours, right? You always had the choice in which surrounding you want to be. So somewhere, even you said that those flying cakes and nice decoration, it seems you was secretly wanted to be part of it as well. Otherwise, you could have choose some escape route as also.
exactly. Who wouldn't enjoy birthdays with friends? Oh my God. I cannot imagine sitting alone in my room and at 12 a.m. where while my parents are sleeping. I mean, I'm not saying that they won't celebrate my birthday, but they celebrate my birthday in the evening next day. So yeah, here with so much of people, so much of chaos, low key, you're gonna enjoy it. You'll make it memorable some or the other way. So yes, I didn't want to miss this kind of experience in my life. So yes, you have to stay. You have to experience such kind of birthday.
Arav, so now
Arav, as
of
you
college and I don't have any way to celebrate like this. What should I do now? I don't have anyone to
Maybe
do this to me. So what
you
should I do?
might have you might have a bunch of friends, maybe.
Hmm.
You know? Yeah, maybe go on a outing or something. And then maybe you can relive your college days. Who knows? There are
Mhm.
always ways to relive your college days with your friends.
Thank you. Sure. But
Yeah,
my
let
daughters will
me.
not let me do that. My daughters
So
are not
let
going to
me.
let me do
So
Maybe take your daughters along. They'll also, wash the hands in the flowing river.
it. Of course. Yes.
So, okay, I'll take the discussion forward, but before that, let me just carry on with with my speech. I hope you guys don't mind. Okay. So where I was now, this when I thought all of the things were finally over, buckets of water appeared out of nowhere. Okay. Suddenly, my birthday had turned into a full-scale holy celebration in August. Within minutes, the corridor floor turned into a mini swimming pool, and I felt like the hostel's official washing machine demo, completely drenched into dripping water. Anyways, now what according to you are the real highlights of the birthdays? Maybe one or two answers. That's it, not more than that. Real highlights of the birthday.
Cakes.
Gifts.
Okay, cake and gifts and all those things. According to me, it's the photos. Because the very next morning, when you're limping to class like a war survivor, your friends are already posting on Instagram. Happy birthday, bhai. Happy birthday to this legend. And in every picture, you look less like a legend and more like a badly beaten up chicken nugget. But here's the crazy thing, even while you are in pain, even when you're begging them to stop, there's a small part of you laughing inside. Because this is the kind of madness you will never find again in life. Where else do you get love that comes in the form of belt marks and friendship that tastes like cake mixed with toothpaste?
Here,
But
Arav, sorry to interrupt you, but it doesn't, look all the humor, right? It is more of the bully, not from your side, but the other side as well. If you treat that way, how you could avoid that situation if somebody don't like to be in your situation, right? Maybe you are enjoying that, but not everybody have the same persona. Somebody can consider that as a bullying, right? So, what you will advise that individual to deal with the situation?
see, one can always say no to one thing. Okay. They have that right to stop the other person from bullying. If it's all perspective, it's all person to person. If they are feeling that they are getting bullied and it's going above the brain, okay, so they can always ask them to stop. Ki, okay,
I
I'm trying.
liked I liked felt like bullying because you mentioned, right, toothpaste mixing with other things that could harm someone's skin, and it could turn out to be a disaster for someone's life.
It can be a disaster to someone's life, but if they choose not to be a part of it, they can always say no. Ki, okay, don't use this fire extinguisher. If but if you have friends like mine, okay, they'll always say ki, okay, if you don't want fire extinguisher, we'll pour a bucket full of shampoo and all those things on your face. Okay, shampoo wouldn't spoil your skin. So yeah, some or the other way you have to, experience that. But yeah, you can choose a safer, method or maybe way to get all drenched over. I hope that answers your question.
See, again, just to say, because like you said, right, the perspective, I completely agree. That's why there are sensitive people as well. So we have to be very careful about it because they will not be that spoken, right? And we have seen that in our surroundings and environment, how what it can lead to. So we can just can't take that for granted. And kind of this kind of experience, that person can have a trauma of whole life. So, what do you say that about that situation?
See, if the person is so sensitive that he cannot speak up from himself, so first thing, the other person who is coming to celebrate his birthday or her birthday, mostly it's his birthday like that. So the other person also should understand ki, okay, he is a kind of simple, okay, an introverted kind of person, okay, if I could use the word. So yeah, maybe in a way
Again, just to I have just a counter, because the moment sometime not the humble person, but the person who is doing such kind of thing, the moment the person is introvert or not that open, might be some individual take more leverage than not. So I don't think so that can work. What else you think that can work in that situation? What should be as a options for the individuals?
I'm sorry, I did not get your point.
No, you said, right, that person, if the friends can think about the person is not opening up or not does not speak
Yes,
that
yes,
much.
exactly.
We have seen people take more leverage of such people instead of being humble towards them, understanding, giving them the space. No, this person is not speaking. But you see the bullying happens more when you don't take up the stand. So bully does not happen to the individual who's kind of no
That's true.
outward person. It happens to the individual who does not take a stand. So how can that can be dealt with?
So you always have faculties all around the hostel campus, okay, hostel premises. But if something is extending to the mark of the student, he can always first ask the person to stop, okay. But in case he is not stopping and he is continuing all those things, first thing first, you can just directly ask him to stop it forcefully, or maybe something you do it because, or maybe just say ki, I am getting hurt now stop it, so the other person will listen to you, okay. But if he is taking the leverage of that, okay, he's finding out fun in that, maybe then after that go and complain it to a senior faculty maybe, or the hostel office guards or anything, so that they can make sure that the strict actions or some of the other actions, you know, are taken towards that bunch of students who are giving such kind of or creating such kind of nuisance to that person, okay. So these are the ways to stop such kind of nuisance from happening. Let me move forward, okay, without further ado. I already saw the red signal from the timer. Okay, continuing. So where do you get so much of fun? Okay, like um, let's like, mm, what do you? Where do you find love in the form of belt marks, right? And friendship that tastes like cake mixed with toothpaste. Birthdays at hostel are more like a survival games. You don't cut the cake cuts you. You don't blow out the candles. Your friends blow your backbone. Okay. And you don't unwrap gifts, you unwrap trauma. But ask anyone, they'll who has lived through it, they'll they'll tell you the exactly same thing. It's noisy, it's painful, it's embarrassing, but it's also unforgettable. And if you have survived one hostel birthday, congratulations, you are officially a veteran. You may not have a spine anymore, but you have definitely got a story to tell. Thank you, everyone. Over to the TMOD of the day. That's all from my side.
Well done, Toastmaster Arav. So 1 minute silence for feedback to Arav. Okay. So now this brings an end to the prepared speech round. Am I audible and visible?
Yes, yes.
Okay, fine. So this brings an end to the prepared speech round. and the evaluation of these speeches will be done after the table topic speeches. Okay, so now this brings to our second round, which is the table topic round. This round will be played by Toastmaster Vaishnavi, and I request Toastmaster Vaishnavi to say something about what you feel about the teachers, what teachers has contributed in your life, and then come to your session. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Toastmaster of the day. I feel so much respect, so much, a huge kind of respect to my each and every teacher. In 5 September, I wished to each and every teachers who have been taught me in my school time, like to one who was the class teacher of class 7th, who was the teacher of my 6th, like each and everyone, because I have a huge kind of respect to them, because they are the one who had molded me. uh, yeah, so with this I would like to start my session. So again, good afternoon to all the Toastmaster. The purpose of table topic is to have members practice thinking and speaking on their feet. The impromptu speaking helps to develop 4 communication skill: listening, thinking. To help you practice today, uh, I have prepared a few topics that hopefully will help you meet this goal. I encourage everyone to give it a try. I may randomly call anyone to participate, or you can volunteer yourself. For the benefit of guests, I will read the topic twice, also retaining what the grammarian said. You are urged to use a word of the day and phrase of the day. Okay. Also, when I call you, you get 10 seconds to think, after which timer starts. So let's see how many of you hit the book in upcoming table topics. With this, let's start now. Please raise your hand, or else I will be the teacher, and I am going to pick you, like the one who is the quietest in the class. I will picking them. So, okay. Shilpa Dubey. Okay, Toastmaster Shilpa.
Am I audible and visible? Toastmaster Vaishnavi.
Yes, yes, you are. Okay, so please choose a number between 1 to 10.
5.
5. Okay. Toastmaster Shilpa, which fictional teacher from movies or books inspires you the most? Which fictional teacher from movies or books inspire you the most? Toastmaster Shilpa, over to you.
Thank you, Toastmaster Vaishnavi, for such an interesting topic. When you first spoke about fictional character, my mind instantly went to Harry Potter, Dumbledore. I think he is one of the most motivating and a teacher who you can always look up to. And to match his level is I think it's beyond anyone's capacity. I remember first I read the book of Harry Potter, as and I instantly drew such an inspiration from Albus Dumbledore. He was so helpful, he was so respectful to persons who maybe half of his age. He didn't used to treat kids as we have some people who think that kids are just notorious and lazy. So but what Dumbledore used to do, he used to ask Harry for his opinions. Not only Harry, he used to ask the persons for he used to treat them with respect. And this is a greatest quality a teacher can have, to treat even the young kids with respect and ask for their opinions, ask what they would like to do. So he is one of the best fictional character as a teacher that I personally wanted to have as a teacher when I was a kid. Thank you, and over to you, Toastmaster Vaishnavi.
Thank you so much. Now, next speaker is Toastmaster Abhiram.
Yeah.
Yes, please choose a number between 1 to 10 except 5.
7.
7. Okay, Thala for a reason. Fine.
Thala for a reason.
Do you, yeah. Toastmaster Abhiram, do you think students can also be teachers to their teachers? Give an example. Do you think students can also be the teachers to their teachers? Give an example. Toastmaster Abhiram, over to you.
Actually, I can't give an example because there is an experience when I had become a teacher and Teachers Day when I was studying my grade 12th. So the moment is like I had become an Hindi teacher for the first time after I have lived the language at my 10th class, right? As I had took my second language and I have left it over. Then after 2 years, this thing happened and I was placed in front of student and my teacher at the first bench, and I was like, and he was like, yeah, teach me a lesson. He gave me the textbook and I can't able to read also. But in fact, I have remember one lesson which was taught by my madam at my class 10th. So I have taught that lesson. Though there was so many disturbance from the backbenchers, I had to hit the book also. So it was a really dreadful experience I have ever had, and it is very like the world's most toughest job is to teach students only, right? uh, from my mother also I have learned that, from my teacher also I have learned that. So being a student for one day, like you have to become the teacher, handle the students, it is like a very tough job. Then I have an experience that teaching students is literally that thing that you have to remember the lesson, you have to make them each and every student like all are psychologically different, all think in a different manner, right? So yeah, I have put my hands up like this that day. So thank you for the topic. Over to Toastmaster Vaishnav.
Thank you so much, Toastmaster Abhiram, for sharing such a wonderful experience. Okay, now next, Toastmaster of the day, Toastmaster Pratik. Yes, please choose a number between 1 to 10 except 5 and 7.
3.
3, okay. Which Toastmaster Pratik, which teacher's dialogue is still living rent-free in your head? Which teacher's dialogue is still living rent-free in your head? Toastmaster Pratik, over to you.
Yeah. Yeah. When I was in 12th standard, I used to take the learnings from my one of the teacher who used to teach us physics, and he used to complete the chapters, and then he used to tell, this is the end of the beginning. Means, for example, if I have completed the course of engineering and I'm preparing for the engineering entrance test examination, everything is done, everything is set, but he used to say, this is the end of the beginning. So definitely, when you complete, what I used to learn from him is basically when you finish everything, everything is done. Now that thing starts. For example, if you have 100% completed your syllabus, then you have to score well, and there is no limit to it. So that is the dialogue which I always used to remember it. On the funny part of it, there were some teachers who used to use the filler words which we capture in uh, in Toastmasters, like um, okay, when he is teaching, and then at the end he's saying okay. So we used to just name them as his name is okay. In the same way, uh, instead of okay, there is one word called theek hai. Right? For example, when he is teaching, when he's completed his teaching, he'll say theek hai. So in this way, we used to name them as. But that was the funny part of it. They were wonderful teachers. They have taught us well, and in this way, we remember them directly or indirectly. Although we used to have fun of it, but in that fun, there was a learning, and learning is important. So these are the dialogues which I remember. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Toastmaster Pratik. Now I would like to call our presiding officer, Toastmaster Vikram. Please choose a number between 1 to 10 except 5, 7 and 3.
1.
Okay, 1. Toastmaster Vikram, imagine you are a teacher. What creative way would you use to stop students from sleeping in your class? Imagine you are a teacher. What creative way would you use to stop students from sleeping on your class? Toastmaster Vikram, over to you.
It was a time when I was in, I think, 12th standard. So what used to happen is my Max ma'am used to call us all to the school and let us do the sums in front of her. Fortunately, I was one of the person who used to sit next to her because she's so fond of me, because I am the one who always sleeps during her class. So she usually makes me sit next to her. So when you asked me this question, I thought that it should be one of the best way where I will pick up students who will be sleeping or I find them distracted. I'll make them sit next to me and try to monitor them closely. But one other creative way is also to call their names quite often. So let's say, I know that a couple of students are going to sleep in my class. Usually we do sleep after the lunch period. So we can't help it, irrespective of whatever might be the subject. I think we will often feel sleepy after the lunch. So often I would like my teachers, I would have always thought, why can't we have the PT period next to the lunch period? So that we will all feel, energetic going out and talking and playing some games or doing something that other than studying, at least for the hour immediately next to our lunch period, because that is when more often we feel students sleeping, right? Otherwise, students usually be attentive only whenever they are in the classroom. So I felt that, and also when the subjects are boring, also I used to feel sleepy, irrespective of whichever the ma'am is or cluster is. When the subjects are not so interesting, I used to feel sleepy. So I think it is not bad to sleep, but the only point is how do we make children interactive? How do we capture their attention? How do we make it interesting, irrespective of whatever the subject is? So that's what, as a teacher, I think I will do. Over to you, Topic Master.
Thank you so much, Toastmaster Vikram. Now I would like to call our grammarian, Toastmaster Ravi Kumar. So, Toastmaster Ravi Kumar, please choose a number between 1 to 10 except 5, 7, 3, 1.
8.
Which one?
8. 8.
8, okay. Toastmaster Ravi Kumar, imagine you are a teacher teaching how to avoid studying. What's your first lesson? Imagine you are a teacher teaching how to avoid studying. What's your first lesson? Toastmaster Ravi Kumar, over to you.
What is the first lesson you are saying? First lesson. Okay. Yeah. Thank you, Toastmaster Vaishnavi, for the wonderful topic, which is very close to me, which I used to do in the schools. I never study, so I know how I should make not to study. I am veterinary in terms of it because I have discontinued my +2 when I was studying because I don't like to study. I was dropout in the school because I very hate of the mathematics, especially integration, differentiation, logarithmic. All these things are bullshit. Nothing is going to help me in the future, or as a ready reckoner is not going to help me out. So I was more fascinated about how people are, what is that their perspective and understanding. So as an influencer, I need to make this studying is not going to help you in the life. The life is going to teach you the life. So let's understand what is the life around you. Please focus on that, not to be on. So I also give a lot of examples. Be the backbencher. Either you will become a politician or a businessman. If you are in the front, you will learn mathematics, you will become an engineer, and so on and so forth, and you will go into work for a donkey years. So better to be a backbench and not to study well. So I give the classic examples, how the life is going to be turned out if you're not going to study. So let's put yourself not to being study. Rather, I said not to study the subject, but you should study the life of the people. So reading is one of the very important. Also read the book so that you will learn the life of the people. So not the subject, but the other aspects that you should do it. Thank you. Over to you, Toastmaster.
Wonderful lesson. Wonderful. Now I would like to call Toastmaster Sangeeta to volunteer it next.
Hi to
Toastmaster Sangeeta, please choose number between 1 to 10 except 5, 7, 3, 1 and 8.
I'll go with 2. 2.
Okay.
I'm audible?
Toastmaster Sangeeta, if Google and ChatGPT, yes, you are. Toastmaster Sangeeta, if Google and ChatGPT became teachers, what would happen to exam? If Google and ChatGPT become teachers, what would happen to exam? Toastmaster Sangeeta, over to you.
Thank you, Toastmaster Vaishnavi. This is one of the thing present generation is going through for every reference through either through Google. Like Google has also taken a back. Now it's all Chat GPT because those are the one who have all the answers of your questions. But I never thought how they will take exams as, right. Uh, but anyway, I will try to stick to this topic. So being a Google and Chat GPT search engine type, whatever we have, the technology in place of which is also known as artificial intelligence, but which is definitely fed by the natural intelligence of many people who are creating all those databases from where it fetches all the right answers for your questions. So definitely the exams will be much more interesting and tricky, because if you have ever observed, the answers are never to the point. There are many answers. So for a single question, ChatGPT will give you a kind of an answer which you have to choose which is right one, right? If you have the right intelligence or if you're making the right choice, then you will be able to open the right page out of the Google search or pick the right context from your Chat GPT response. So imagine about a exam, how difficult or tricky it is going to be if at all your Google or Chat GPT is designing for you. Definitely the question will be far trickier than what you expect to write it as an answer also. So if you're thinking like a student, then I would say that when you're using such tools, become more diverse, become more holistic, so that you can trick the trickiest machine, which is really uh, giving you a lot of surprise questions. Okay. So, as our grammarian said, hit the book. Just intensely study everything and design your pedagogy so that you can very well come up with flying colors in the exams designed by these two artificial machines. Over to you, Toastmaster, Table Topic Master Vaishnavi. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Toastmaster Sangeeta. Now, next volunteer is Toastmaster Ishita. Please choose a number between 1 to 10 except 5, 7, except 1, 2, 3, 5, 7, 8.
I'll take 4.
Okay, 4. Toastmaster Ishita, experience is the best teacher. Share a moment from your life that proved this. Experience is the best teacher. Share a moment from your life that proved this. Toastmaster Ishita, over to you.
Thank you so much, Toastmaster Vaishnavi. I totally agree that experience is the best teacher. You may study the same topics, you may know everything in theory, but only when you experience and when you use it in your practical life, only then you learn the lesson. I can tell you the example from my experience as a mother. I had read a lot of books on parenting when I was about to deliver my child. I knew how to feed the child, how to change the diaper and everything. And when the time came for potty training, none of the books worked. It was just the most difficult experience as a parent, I can say, that I just didn't know how to teach her to go to the loo instead of pooping in the diaper. I had read books, I had seen videos, I even used the help of my mother, but I just couldn't potty train. Eventually, it was my mother who potty trained my child because of her experience. And I have learned from my mother's experience on how to learn from others' experience. And that's how I can say experience is the best teacher. In our day-to-day life also, we may think about a certain expectation to happen, but experience will tell us otherwise. And we need to learn to accept the experience and go with the flow. And that is how we learn, adapt, and grow in life. So let us all experience and embrace the experiences. And instead of hitting the books, you hit the life and learn from whatever is thrown at you. Thank you. Over to you, Toastmaster Vaishnavi.
Thank you so much, Toastmaster Ishita. With this, I would like to conclude this session. Thank you so much, everyone, for participating in today's table topic segment. I really enjoyed your talks, and I'm very much happy to see you taking charge of improving your impromptu speaking ability. Over to you, Toastmaster of the Day.
Thank you, Toastmaster Vaishnavi. Big hands for her for the wonderful topics, which was thought-provoking, no doubts. And she helped us remembering our old days and remembering our teachers. Thank you very much. Okay, so when you were speaking and when Vaishnavi was playing her role, there was someone who was taking the notes of it and who will help you to improve on that. So he is none other than Toastmaster Ravi P, who is a table topic evaluator. So I request him to come on stage and give us the feedbacks. Over to you.
Thank you, Toastmaster Pratik. Firstly, good afternoon to all contestants, early rising Toastmasters, and guests. I would really like to congratulate all to come forward, come out of your comfortable zone and pick up such topics as table topic. It's never easy to come forward and pick up on the go. So I would like to, first of all, I would like to really congratulate Vaishnavi to come up with such an interesting topics she really today shared with us. And to begin with, oh my God, you chose 7 topics. You really made my job really tough for me. And firstly, to start begin with, Shilpa Dubey, her topic was which fiction teacher from movies or books inspire you most? So there, I really loved her energy, smile, activating smile, and she was very comfortable in her body language. And she chose topic of our superheroes like Harry Potter, Dumbledore. That immediately connected to the topic and such a inspirational topic the subject she chose, and she emphasized very well on how Dumbledore emphasizes on bright side of the kid, right? Ask kid their opinion and ask for respect, constantly ask for giving them respect. So that is really interesting that she emphasized on. And she really loved to get taught by such a kind of teacher. So we all wish like we have such kind of teacher. One of the things, if I would like to emphasizes she could have summarized it well at the end. And of course, there is opportunity to learn, and that she could have summarized well, and that would have been great. To move on to the next one, Abhiram was next. Tala for a reason, how it shared, and this topic was very, very well said. Like, student can also be the teacher of their teachers, right? And hats off to him, firstly, that he chose not so popular sides of any topic to being pessimistic, right? So he shared, he was he shared the examples where he emphasized different ways that why he would not choose to be teacher to the beginners. It's of course very tough. The initial students, they are very demanding to get their focus, and it was clearly visible in the uncomfort he showed in his gestures. So that was very went well with his speech. And he didn't wanted to, he admitted it that he didn't want to hit that kind of ground. And what I would like to give suggestion for him is very critical thinker on his way. So I would suggest him to be more open-minded, and he can come up with more summarizing it well, like why he wouldn't want to end of the day would want to take up that, and come up rather being more critical. You can come up with more easy adoption way, like why you wouldn't want to go ahead with that. But in total, you are very good, Abhiram. And followed by Pratik. Which teacher's dialogue is still living like free of friend in your head? So well, first, when you hit the dialogue, right, I felt like you're very welcoming, you're very warm, and that made me more easy to connect to the audience. So that doesn't have, not everybody is gifted with that. You used it rightly, and you set the context very right. And and you use one of the frame like, this is the end of the beginning. I really loved it. I know, like, in our lives there will be teachers who will making a lasting impressions, and you could recollect those phrases. That was not easy. So it is never, when you're preparing for something, it's never 100% complete, and there is no limit to it. So you're aiming for only excellence always. So I really loved. And you also added fun elements into it. Example, the way your teacher used filler words such as okay, theek hai na. Our teachers, we know our teachers do that, and I really like that, the way you added these components. And uh, l- make you really made it very welcoming, very warm. And what I thought is you could have ended by making it, summarizing it and concluding it. So that's where probably you could do a little better. But overall, I really loved your speech. Way miles to go on that, Pratik. Then followed by that, Vikram. Vikram topic was, what creative way would you use to avoid your student to sleep in the class? So it was, your speech was very natural, and um, you are then you also were very you admitted very openly, right? You were the one who used to sleep in the class, and usually teachers used to call you to sit close by to you. So that was very candid, and immediately I got connected to that situation where sometimes the learning experience gets so heavy on your shoulders that you just want to skip the class and you want to sleep. So you made it so casual on that, and that really made it very interesting. And you gave went on to give very other examples how it happened, and you shared examples that it is very natural. You made it look at very natural, that everybody goes through this kind of episodes. And then you emphasized on the good part. What I liked is you emphasized on how teachers can get creative to make it more connective, more creative on the subject as a whole, right? So that was really well. And moving on to the next person, Ravi Kumar, right? You One thing I really liked, Ravi Kumar, about you is when you did not understand the topic, you went ahead and reconfirmed the topic. You asked her, and then you started your flow. And
you were again very open on the topic that you said that you never studied it, right? You never wanted to study, and you really said you went beyond. You said that you also dropped on your 10th class. You were one of the droppers. Droppers are one of the people who are very bold, and they take decisions very strong in their life, and they can really make things to they can look beyond ordinary things in their life. And you went ahead, you told that you were very candid, picked up one of the topics like mathematics. Integration was never portion of your understanding. So we are all afraid of mathematics as a topic, such as. And yes, other interesting topic that you came up with is you're very fascinated about people's perspective around. So that was very important catch in our life. Most of the people fail in their life because they always immersed in the subject, immersed to be a top rankers, but they never understand what is the life happening around that, right? So you emphasize on that, and you challenge the audience to be a backbencher, because that is where most of the people, the strongest people come from that batch of people, right? They are politicians or businessmen. You quoted very good examples. I really loved it, and loved the way you concluded it as well. Not to study the subject, only the subject, but also the life as a whole, right? That's very wonderful. I think you hold a great caliber. You nailed it. So I really loved your speech, Ravi, and followed by that, Sangeeta. Yeah, I really get in love with her speeches all the time. And she has a very natural and positive aura, and she made the subject to be felt, right? And she introduced the subject to us. She made it very, we all know that Google, as initially it was Google, then followed by that, there are a lot of AI based, Chat GPT and other kind of, topics that we are picking up. So there, when we go into it, and we started, she narrated it saying that if the examples will be set up by ChatGPT, that will be very tricky. And then we also have to ensure that at the end of the day, it's all about, we will get multiple options while we are doing a lot of search or navigating through various search engines, right? There will be always multiple choices given to you. At the end of the day, choice is ours, right? We have to be more diverse in our thoughts, more holistic, and bring our more holistic perspective, right? She emphasized on that very precisely. And she always told that there will be surprise questions will be there, elements will be there. And where she went beyond is she also used word of the day and phrase of the day very well, and she concluded it very well. I'm truly, you exhibited a true Toastmasters. Thank you, Toastmaster Sangeeta. And followed by that, the last speech was Miss Ishita. And I would like to really say that she started it very positive. She had a very good, humble, body gestures, and she wear her smile very well. That is, she knows where her strength is. And she totally agreed with the topic. Experience is the best teacher. And she went on to share her examples that how tough it was for her to do a potty training for her kid. I'm sure that all the parents would definitely agree with this point. It's not easy for any parent to take care of your kid in a whole successful package. You will have your share of experience for sure. And she exhibited it very well. And she told that she went on to inform that she read through various books how to parent. She was successful for most of the aspects, right? From feeding to maybe sleep patterns and other things uh, here. But she got stuck in potty training, and there she learned through her experience that there the pedagogy was her own grand grandmom. So I mean, there she adopted it, and then she embraced these changes in her life to happen, and she concluded it really well. And then instead of hitting the books, learn from life. That is what she concluded. I really loved her overall speech. Congratulate to all the Toastmasters. You really outperformed it. I know bits and pieces, we have improvements in various spaces. Example, we have to continue to use word of the day and phrase of the day. And I also see like, couple of our um, you know table topics they did not pick up. They could have went ahead and pick it up, and they can always match along with the theme, right? You also have to match along with your theme and conclude it well. So that is what I would like to share. And what I would like to conclude here is, you learn more from losing than winning. So guys, I would again repeat, you learn more from losing than winning. So you learn how to keep going. So that is what is more important. So keep going, guys. I really loved the topics here and the way people participated in. So I think way to good going ahead. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you, Toastmaster or Table Topic Evaluator Ravi. First time I think I have seen this role which is being played in front of me, and such a elaborative way you have played. So claps for him. You have to listen to 7-8 speakers and then you have to evaluate with full 100%. So that's a big job. Wonderfully well. Okay, so our next session is evaluation session, which will be played by Toastmaster, General Evaluator, Toastmaster Sangeeta. Over to you, Toastmaster Sangeeta.
Thank you, Toastmaster of the Day, Toastmaster Pratik. What a wonderful meeting. I hope, as I'm so thrilled after this 1 hour 52 minutes, you all are also thrilled, energized, because even though you are spending a Sunday morning here, but I'm very sure that everyone had a meaningful meeting and a wonderful Sunday. This is the best way to spend your Sunday, especially the morning, because when you start the day with the right note and a great group of people who all are teaching each other, then what do you want other something very special other than this, As a general evaluator, I have already introduced my wonderful team of teachers who were doing their job at the back end. But now it's the time for them to come in front and uh, tell you about what they have for you. So let me introduce. Sorry, let me call upon the timer for today's meeting, who is Toastmaster Amar. Over to you.
Thank you very much, Sangeeta. So coming to the timing, so we have started the meeting little late, that we can avoid by coordinating with all the role players upfront, that we need to take care of in the next time. And coming to the prepared speeches, Nanhe is on time, so he took 7 minutes 30 seconds. Coming to the speaker to Aro, it's a different kind of speech. So it was went till 18 minutes 30 seconds. Actual timing is 15 minutes, but as some of the audience have hijacked the meeting, maybe I can give a feedback to Aro, like this is your stage and your speech. We can avoid the questionnaires after your session. So people always try to hijack your time, but we always point to the topic, like it's your speech, you need to deliver within time. Coming to the table topics, Shilpa took 1 minute 45 seconds, Abhiram took 2 minutes, Pratik took 2 minutes, Vikram took 2 minutes, Ravi took 2 minutes, Sangeeta took 2 minutes 15 seconds, and Ishita took 2 minutes. I think the table topic master has given the right topics. Everyone can conclude in 2 minutes. This is the great. And a table topic evaluator Ravi took 6 minutes. Anyhow, we are not timing it for the table topic evaluation. So that's it from my side. Thank you very much.
Sorry, Sangeeta. Can you call the speech evaluators and then we will call the rest of the tag team, please?
Sure, I will do that. Timer, will you please make a note for 2 to 3 minutes for speech evaluation? All right. So let me go to call upon our first speech evaluator, who is Toastmaster Shilpa, who was evaluating Toastmaster Nani's speech. Over
Am
to
I
you.
audible?
Yes, you are.
Hello, everyone. Let me begin with the speech evaluation of Toastmaster Nanhe. So, Toastmaster Nanhe, first of all, I really loved how you started your speech with a question. It quickly engaged the audience and brought all the attention to you as a speaker, which I feel is a really good strategy when you are giving a speech. Secondly, I feel that you have justified the title of your speech really well, that the choice is always yours. For doing this, you have given one experience of your life, that how you wanted to quit smoking, eat healthy, and start exercising. And the choice is always yours, and you finally did it. So that was really motivating to hear. I have a few suggestions for you. First is to do with the first one is a technical aspect, I would say. The camera angle. When you are joining an online meeting, you should place your camera well so that it is not distracting as an audience. I feel that it was kept in a really lesser position than your head height, which is why you always needed to look down at the camera. And I feel it was distracting as an audience. So you can take care of this. Secondly, voice modulation and facial expression. I feel that if these two elements are used well in a speech, it instantly makes your speech 10 times better. I feel that your speech was given in a some kind of flat tone. I'll give you one example. For example, you have used what else you expect me to become. You could have deliver this line in such a way that what else you expect me to become. You could have used your voice modulation and your facial expression so that it would have been it would have come out in a really nice way. You can consider working on these suggestions. Overall, I feel that it was a really excellent take on the speech. You used your hand gestures really well, and there was a proper structure to your speech. It was introduction, body, conclusion. That was really nice. And as an audience, it was really good to hear a proper structured speech. I wish all the best for your next speech. Thank you, and over to you, Toastmaster Sangeeta.
Wonderful. Thank you, Toastmaster Shilpa. What an holistic report about a speech uh, for Toastmaster Nane. Our next speech evaluator is Toastmaster Ashmita, who was evaluating Toastmaster Arab's speech. Over to you, Toastmaster Ashmita.
Thank you. I request the host to please spotlight me at this.
Your voice is feeble. Will you please come closer to the mic? I know you
Yes.
have difficulty. Yes. Thank.
As I said before in my evaluation, the way we respond to difficult people says more about us than it does about them. Toastmaster Arab did handle the disruptors or the difficult audience very professionally, and I'll be evaluating Toastmaster Arab's ability to handle a difficult audience in three segments. First, commendations, and second being recommendations, which is area of improvement, and last is a challenge for Toastmaster Arab to implement, plus a summary of my entire evaluation. So let's begin with commendations. Toastmaster Arab, what you did well was two things, beyond that as well. But let me mention these things. One of the disruptions you faced came from Toastmaster Vikram. And let me tell you how you handled that particular situation. First, with professionality. You stayed composed and respectful throughout those conversations. And the second thing is open minded. When Vikram gave suggestions, you thanked him and showed patience while listening. So, and not just that, but you also asked a follow-up question about decoration items, which showed you are engaging the audience rather than just shutting them down. So, kudos to you for excelling in all of these aspects. Now, let's move on to the areas of improvement. Firstly, abrupt endings. When one of the audience members raised the point, why don't you go to some other place and celebrate your birthday? Your response felt incomplete because another member popped a question and it felt that you did not respond to that particular point appropriately. You could have told the other person and answered that completely and then come back to the next question. Second thing is prolonged discussion. There was a discussion about bullying. I felt that it was prolonged for way too long and it became a diversion from your speech. And I think in such moments, what you could do is a brief acknowledgement followed by redirection to your main speech. For example, you have to answer your opinion about bullying. Answer it and then redirect it back to your speech. Let's continue with this because I'll be speaking about my experience, my opinions, rather than about bullying or some other topics. So that keeps you in control of the audience and what you want to speak about. And coming to the third recommendation is I felt there was a lack of acknowledgement. Most importantly, you sometimes skipped acknowledging the value of audience contribution, saying things like, thank you for such an amazing question. Or that's a very interesting thought. I appreciate your contribution. Or I appreciate your opinion. I respect your opinion. So all of these adds warmth and respect before you redirect or come back to your speech again. So overall, Toastmaster Arav, you handled all of the disruptions with great patience and professionalism, with a little bit stronger acknowledgement and quicker redirection. You'll be better. To challenge yourself, I would suggest you to acknowledge wherever you're asked a question, be it a friend, an acquaintance, or the audience. With that, I wish you best of luck and over to you, General Evaluator.
Thank you, Toastmaster Ashmita. That was a great evaluation of such a tough speech, very long, but you presenting the evaluation in just 2 to 3 minutes of a 15 plus minute speech. That was wonderful work done by you. Now, may I call upon the timer again because he will just let you know how uh, the evaluation was, timing was done. Over to you, Toastmaster Amar, and then I'll move to the next role player.
Sure, Sangeeta. Both the evaluations are within time.
Thank you. Now, our next teacher is the one who is looking at you, listening to you very carefully, and going to help you to improve your speeches for your upcoming meetings. Over to you, Toastmaster Aniket, who is the R counter for today's meeting. Over to you.
Thank you, Toastmaster Sangeeta. So there were some filler words used by various speakers, such as Toastmaster Ravi used some 1 or 2 hours. Toastmaster Shilpa had 1 repetition and around 3 filler words. And Toastmaster Abhiram used 5 plus filler words. Toastmaster Sangeeta had around 3 filler words. Toastmaster Mannath and Ravi Kumar also used around 5 filler words. Toastmaster Nanne had around 1 pause, and Toastmaster Arav has had also around 1 filler words. So this is from my evaluation. Over to you.
Thank you, Toastmaster Aniket. And next we move to our English teacher who is going to help us enrich our grammar. He has already introduced and made us to use the word of the day and idiom of the day. Over to you, Toastmaster Ravi Kumar.
Thank you, Toastmaster Sangeeta. What a great usage of the Bodhana Sastram pedagogy. I think almost 6 people have used of this, and so many times been used the hit the books. Though you're definitely using the idioms during this context may have challenges in terms of right context to do, but 8 of them have been used this idiom. So overall, seeing the usage of the word and the idiom of the day, 60% of the people have used it. Really, kudos to you and appreciate you all of you on this, especially the speaker. Using this definitely a good technique and connecting the people, and even the table topic speakers have appropriately promptly used this actually. Vaishnav, Abhinav, Sangeeta, Shilpa, Ravi P have all of them used either word of the day or idiom. And for the speaker, for the first speaker, Verma has he buys smoke. That's what he said while he goes to shop and then buys smoke. It's not buying smoke, buying cigarette, and then maybe that can be just corrected. Maybe you can look at the other vocabulary being used, like pessimist, candid feedback, because we are all learning about the Teachers' Day, Teachers' Technique and the Bodhana Sastram. So candid feedback is one of the very important to cut the chips and then make us into better of as such. And kind of a word like immerse. Immerse is one of the technique being engaging people, engaging students to get along with them. So there is one. Embrace. Embrace is another good word being used. So overall, the grammar part being well, actually, in terms of usage of idiom and word of the day and the new words have been used. I think the pedagogy is rightly there. From the 14 people, though we are not hitting though we be hitting the books, but this kind of pedagogy is always gives us the right path to shape us better and better. So I appreciate all of us. This is my report. Thank you. Well, over to you, Sangeeta. Back.
Thank you, Toastmaster Ravi, for such a crisp report on the grammar part of for all the speakers of this meeting. All right, let me move to what I have made my notes about the entire meeting. As the timer has already indicated, we started this meeting little late. So for all of us, since it's an online meeting, let's do one thing that whenever we pick up the roles or we are signing up for this meeting in the WhatsApp group, we communicate at least start communicating 15 minutes before, even if we are facing any network issues. Try logging in early so that the Sergeant at Arms can open the meeting on time. Okay, and Sergeant at Arms did a very good job. He explained his role, what he's going to do, but also about the club very nicely. That is one thing what the way we are honoring teachers, right? What we have learned is even if you are given a bit, you do just extra, that adds the next flavor. And that is what the Sergeant at Arms did today. I really appreciate him. And then we started our meeting. TMOD of the day had set up the right theme for today's meeting. Since very recently we have celebrated Teachers' Day, but having that as a theme for today's meeting was wonderful. I must say that the way he made all of us to understand the mantra in detail, I hope we all carry this as a takeaway of from this meeting. You know, we will never forget chanting that mantra. We would have already done this in our school. But again, why not? Life is always an open school, right? Every day we are going to learn something and teach someone something very precious. So TMOD, hats off to you for running this meeting so wonderfully and hitting the rock, because we were intensely focused. You had kept the theme alive throughout the meeting. And now, next is, I personally believe that teacher, the word means transform each other. Yes, our teachers always guide us, but also when we interact, we listen, we read, we follow, or even if we are just a listener, then also we transform each other through our views, through our opinions. One or the other moment will definitely impress you, okay, because sometimes you're the transmitter and sometimes you're the receiver. So that is what the entire teaching works, how this whole profession works. This entire meeting, if I want to summarize, it was like every flavor of our life, because we talked about school teachers, we talked about our college days, we also talked about our working life, right? We also talked about being a mother. So parenting also came into picture. So kudos to every role player, the way the grammarian, timer, and the counter, and then our wonderful table topic master, Toastmaster Vaishnavi. She picked all the topics related to the theme, and every topic was very interesting. Hats off to you to do this. And next was when, as speakers, when you are on the stage, you have to just think and speak. When you are a table topic speaker, all the table topic speaker, please take a pat on your back, and you delivered your speech very well. And the role played by the evaluated Toastmaster Ravi was outstanding, listening to 7 speeches and giving the report, fabulous. So what I would like, I have already given my recommendations that how we can start this meeting on time. That is one thing which we can do. And then next is, our theme was good, well set. All the stage was well prepared for everyone. Even if it was impromptu, we did very well in our table topic session. When we come to evaluation, our speech evaluators have already given a wonderful evaluation. And talking about the speakers, they did a fabulous job by using the word of the day and also the phrase of the day. So both of them have shown different flavors of teaching, like how they taught themselves or they reminded themselves of very important lessons of their life. When Nani was talking about how he could make a choice of quitting smoking, and Toastmaster Ara was presenting his story of college days, especially a birthday party, or I have never experienced this in my life. I was never in hostel because my mom made a choice that any college you are going to select, it should be in our hometown. You are not going to take any hostel life. And that didn't change anything in my life. But yeah, something which I missed was this messy, noisy birthday, which was also an unforgettable. I will always carry this one of the speech throughout my life, I think, and especially about this birthday celebration. So as we continue our meeting, both as teachers and learners, everyone wore both the hats. Hats off to all of you, because we all did as a team a wonderful job. And this is my entire report for today's meeting. In case I've forgotten anything, please excuse me. Over to you, Toastmaster of the Day, Toastmaster Pratik. Thank you for this opportunity.
Thank you for the wonderful evaluation of the complete meeting. I think nobody is left in that case. Okay. Is our role of active listener pending, or I missed it?
We have to call upon the active listener.
Yeah. So
Probably we are running out of time. Probably we can skip the
fine.
role.
Fine. If that is okay, so we'll skip that role. Okay. So thanks everyone for the wonderful session today. I will just conclude because the time is less. So I spoke on 2 things. One, the date of Teachers' Day, and the second, the mantra. Okay. Now, there is something different which Dr. Radhakrishnan has done. He has dedicated this date that I will call it as a higher order purpose. He has dedicated his date for all the teachers of India, basically. So that was that is the teacher, he, without saying, he is contributing to entire India. That speaks a lot. So somewhere we need to take inspiration for such people, and we have to be, when we are up, when we are playing a part of teacher. That is one. Now second, we spoke and we chanted together the mantra. The mantra, I have explained the meaning, and it is having lots and lots of things. As somebody said that sometimes we are a teacher, and somebody said that sometimes we are on the other side, on the receiving side. Let me tell you, when we are even not teaching actually, but our children or our people who are in our office are watching us, and by watching us they are learning. So you want to be a teacher or not, but when you are at a level and when people are watching you, you are, without saying, are a teacher. So we have to be the change we wish to see. We have to do what we speak, and we have to speak what we do, and that is the way we become a right receiver or right teacher. So that's all I can conclude. I once again tell you happy Teachers Day, and just remember this mantra and try to have the higher order purpose like Dr. Radhakrishnan has done it, and in this way we can make this world a better place. Thank you. Over to you, presiding officer, Toastmaster Vikram.
Thank you so much, Toastmaster of the Day, Pratik, for that wonderful topic you have chosen and the way you presented it. So it's time for some of the polls which were yet to be done. So I request the Zoom master to conduct the polls for the best speaker first, followed by the other polls. Can we have the poll for the best speaker? Please vote for the best speaker whom you think did a great job. I think both the speakers had a tremendous value in their speeches, but it's time to choose one best speaker. And next, let's have the poll for the best tag team, best role player of the tag team, followed by the best evaluator. Please vote for the best auxiliary role player. So Abhiram is yet to come. So you, for now, I think we can think about the rest of the three role players. All right. So next, can we have the poll for the best evaluator? And finally, can we have the poll for the best lead role player? We have four lead role players today, so let's have the poll for the best lead role player. Okay, so while I wait for the winners of this, while I wait for the winners to be sent to me, let me conclude and provide my take on this overall session. So as we come to the close of today, yeah, best table topic speaker. Sorry, yeah, please go ahead, Aniket, for the best table topic speaker. I hope we are done with all the polls, right? Zoom master.
Yeah.
Okay, fine. So I will wait for your results from the Zoom master. Okay, let me give my take on today's session, how I felt, and then I will also call the guests to give their feedback while I announce the winners. All right. So today's session was such an inspiring session, and I really loved it. My heart is filled of gratitude, full of gratitude for each and every one of you who had brought this session up. And our theme today was Teachers' Day, which reminded us of the mentors, guides, and role models that we had. I instantly went back to my school days whenever Sangeeta was calling about, mentioning about teachers, when Pratik was, playing that video. I was connecting to my prayer song, which I used to sing during my school school days. And today's meeting is such a wonderful meeting where I think everyone played their role at the best. Even though we are conducting polls for the best role player today, I really feel like who did not play the role well? Every one of you did an excellent job, from the Zoom master, starting from the Sergeant at Arms, Zoom master, our team mod, everybody did your thing, wonderfully well. And I want to thank you all for that. All right. So I would like to thank our table topic master for bringing up such wonderful topics, which instantly made us think and respond to these questions. I think every one of us enjoyed the table topics which came up, followed by our general evaluation. And what can I say about the speakers? Both the speakers had brought us into their energy, because I have never enjoyed such a birthday of the college, but I think Arav had done that. So I already thought about, how I'm going to do that, enjoy that kind of birthday in my life after this, because it's always nice to have such memories which makes us keep going. Now, let us look for the winners of today. So let me announce the winners one by one. So let me have the first category, which is the best table topic speaker. Can anyone guess who could be that? Anyone? All right. So the best table topic speaker for today is Ishita. I think Ishita joined us today. Ishita, how do you feel? You are the best table topic speaker today.
Thank you so much for voting for me. And I feel really good coming after a very long time. I was on a break. I'm very happy that I was part of this meeting, and thank you all.
Thank you, Ishita. And next, let me announce the best evaluator for today. So we had two evaluators. One is Toastmaster Shilpa, and second was Toastmaster Ashmita. Toastmaster Shilpa, I truly enjoyed your evaluation for Nane's speech, and I take back a lot of value from your evaluation. While the best evaluator, which was chosen by the team today, was Toastmaster Ashmita. Can we spotlight Ashmita? Toastmaster Ashmita, how do you feel for being chosen as the best evaluator for today?
It feels great because
Your voice is a little feeble. If you don't mind coming closer.
it's always I feel great because it's always a pleasure to provide helpful evaluation. So glad about that. Thank you.
Thank you, Ashmita. And next, let's look at who is the best auxiliary role player. It is none other than Toastmaster Ravi Kumar, who played the role of a grammarian. So Ravi, how do you feel today for being the best auxiliary role player?
Yeah, I feel happy, and it is also gives me the encouragement to do better and better for the next upcoming, whatever the role it is. Really, thank you all for voting me.
Thank you. Thank you so much, Ravi. And next, we have two important categories to be announced. One is the best speaker and followed by the best lead role player. I take up the best speaker for today. Can anyone guess who that is? I think we had two speakers. One is Nane and second is Arav. I loved Nane's speech. But the best speaker chosen by the team today is Toastmaster Arav. Toastmaster Arav, how do you feel for being chosen as the best speaker?
See, I got the challenge to, acknowledge everyone. So I'll start from here itself. Thank you so much, everyone, for voting for me. And it was a wonderful experience speaking in front of you guys. Thank you so much, Presiding Officer Vikram.
Thank you so much, Arav. And I really enjoyed your speech as well. I enjoyed Nani's speech as well. As I said before, all of you played wonderfully well, but we are ought to choose one as the best. So finally, we have the last category, which is the best lead role player. Can anyone guess who that is?
All three.
All three.
That's mind speaks actually.
Yes, while I really loved Toastmaster of the Day's theme and the way he presented his energy, which was amazing throughout this session. And I also love the table topic evaluator, Toastmaster Ravi, who evaluated all the speeches wonderfully well. And the general evaluator, Sangeeta, was amazing, giving her feedback about every single thing for improvement. But today we had to choose one as the best. So it is none other than Toastmaster Vaishnavi, who played the table topic master role. So how do you feel, Toastmaster Vaishnavi?
Thank you so much. First of all, I would like to thank each and everyone. And I am feeling so happy because I was not thinking before that I would be the one who is going to be the leading role player. So thank you so much. And this is the very beautiful and very bright experience joining Satvik Toastmaster. Thank you so much.
Thank you. Thank you so much, Vaishnavi. And as I said, all of us played a wonderful role today, and I truly enjoyed, because today I was expecting to play the role of a grammarian, but Ravi came up and took that role in the absence of Anjali. So I had enjoyed every bit of this session today. I thank all of you, and I hand over the stage to our Sergeant at Arms to conclude the meeting.
Vikram, I was in the impression that Ravi is TTE. I felt that my name is TTE role. That I was about to not to take any other role. Then came to understand that some other Ravi is, the Toastmaster is there in the room. So,
yes.
Sorry.
That's fine.
Vikram, we need to take one group picture.
Okay,
May I request
sure.
everyone come on camera? We'll have one group picture. Put a heart emoji so that will be great. Ready? 1, 2, 3.
Brilliant heart.
Done. Thank you. Thank you, everyone.
Thank you so much. Over to you, Sergeant at Arms, to adjourn the meeting.
Yeah, I adjourn the meeting.
Can you also stop the recording?